Hey, this is Tracey.
And this is Jill with the Tracey Settlage team. So we just had a really interesting situation. We list and we sell many homes, and we actually listed and sold Tracey's home recently.
Yes, I was essentially a for sale by owner, but thank goodness I also had a realtor. So I was selling my own home, and I went through all the things that for sale by owners do, and we're going to talk about them today.
Yes. So Tracey, tell us some of the things we'd like to say to a potential for sale by owner as to why they really should hire a professional realtor to help them with their home.
Well, I definitely believe you get the most money in your pocket by using a realtor, and the statistics do back that up.
Tell us more about that.
But here's why. Yeah. So here's why. The first thing that comes to mind when selling a home is price. What is your price based on? How do you price your home? So I live in a neighborhood that's pretty consistent. There's a lot of us in the neighborhood that have the Wilmington that was built by Ryland in the mid-90s. Like 5 or 6 of my neighbors have the exact same home. So I was focused on the 2 that sold for the most, of course.
Of course you did.
Yes, of course.
That's most important.
I was ignoring the 2 that sold for a lot less than mine with the same Wilmington. I was not even going to think about those. I'm focused on the 2 that sold for the most.
Okay. Why did they sell for more, do you think?
Well, we can talk about that, because what I wanted to do was list mine for higher than those 2, because I thought mine was definitely worth more than those.
And why is that?
Based on love. Based on love. I love this house. I've loved it so much for 25 years.
And how many children did you raise here?
Oh, thank you for asking. Yes, I could talk on and on about how much I love this house, and so clearly buyers should pay extra for the love that I've poured into this house. But thankfully, I had a realtor that said, well, let's look at the facts.
It's your asset to sell.
It is my asset to sell. Buyers do not pay extra for my love.
That's true.
Sorry enough to say, but they don't. So the facts are, the 2 that sold for more had premium lots. They had an extra bathroom. They might have had all new windows put in. They had new HVACs. When I looked at the actual numbers and compared them, I had to realize mine is probably actually not worth more than theirs in a buyer's eyes.
All right, well, what were some of the other things that, because I know that you showed the home to some potential buyers prior to us even really listing the property to get some feedback.
So one of the things we always try to do is do some pre-marketing as much as possible. And I realized that as a for sale by owner, even though I am a professional realtor, I acted like a for sale by owner. So I took my first 3 showings that were families, qualified, ready to buy, and I did not sell them my house. I basically took them, I did not sell them an asset. I took them on a tour of my home. So surprisingly enough, after I had shown my own house emotionally and too attached to it, they didn't see themselves here because I was too much here. So Jill took over.
I think she cried in one of the showings.
I may have teared up a little in one of the showings. So I realized that I needed Jill to be the one that showed the house moving forward. And I'm very thankful that she did. Jill did the first open house, and I think we got, another 2 offers that evening after the open house. And that shows the difference when you focus on it's your asset to sell, less your home that you love.
Right. It's time to move on when you're ready for that next chapter.
So after we went under contract, we had multiple offers thanks to the good work that Jill had done. And so based on the strength of having multiple offers, I was in a stronger negotiating position. I didn't have to do repairs on anything, and there were quite a few things that were pretty expensive that we ended up not having to have addressed. The buyer did have an inspection, so they were aware of the issues with the home. But with multiple offers, we just said, we're not going to be addressing any of them. That's their issue to take care of afterwards. However, then I thought, I think I could get more money. And I want my neighbors to see that I got more money because I think I should. And so
that happens usually in the first weekend. If your home goes under contract quickly, you wonder if you've left money on the table.
Yes.
If you have multiple offers and they're pretty consistent, you have not left money on the table. You priced it right.
And I did go back and review the offers and realized I actually took the highest offer, and with no repairs, that netted me the most in my pocket. Some of the offers may have looked higher on paper, but after the closing table, with closing costs, realtor fees, repairs needed, I would have netted less. And suddenly, in the middle of this process, I decided that's what I wanted. I wanted the image of more money to the public.
Yes.
At the detriment of what money I'd have in my pocket to spend later. And I'm really thankful that Jill, she had to push really hard on that.
I didn't necessarily push. I just did pros and cons.
She opened my eyes to the
Right and
errors
wrong.
of my ways.
Yes. So,
Yes.
so as we're speaking to those of you who think you might want to sell your house on your own without a professional real estate agent, we do this all day, every day, it seems. So we know where you should be with price. We know what you should do, and also what we try to do is help you take the emotion out of it. Real estate is an emotional business, and you can't help it. And hopefully we're there to buffer that and help you through it.
And we do say all the time, it's your asset to sell, and the more you focus on it being your asset to sell and less your home, the more money you're going to get in the long run. And
we'd love to help you. If you have any questions at all, we would be happy to advise you. Obviously, there's some people that want to sell by owner, and that is totally your choice. But we would be happy to help you through the process if you have any questions.
All right,
Call
thank
us
you so
anytime.
much. Yes.